Hi and welcome to TCM Education. In this video we want to discuss important stocks to us as day traders. Not necessarily stocks that are important to the market, not necessarily stocks that are very strong or very weak, but a stock that's very important to us as day trader. And the reason for that, it is a good mover, has a consistent trend, no spreads, great volume, perfect liquidity, you can get in and out, and on top of that you have the additional benefit of trading alongside institutions. So if we're talking about Robinhood, let me bring in and highlight. Held by insiders, held by institutions. Take a look at this. 70% of shares in Robinhood are held by institutions. That's a great number. I think it exceeds the number of insiders that are holding positions in Amazon or Google or Apple, which is around 65%. So it's a dominant number. A dominant number means that those guys are in this for a long haul. And again, anything that's above 40% is great. 70% is amazing. Short shares, a number that we can easily disregard. It's 3% short of the shares float is negligible. Now let's take a look at a chart of Robinhood. I clearly brought the chart in just to show you how a stock, a hyped stock, can disappear for months and then make a huge comeback. So IPO was Robinhood was IPO'd in July 2021. That's 4 years ago. It peaked at 85, as you can see, then kind of started to trade lower, and for about almost 2.5 years, basically the stock was dormant. Take a look at this horrible period for investor, where the stock is above and below $10, and it sits there for months, two years in a row, until let's call it May or March of last year. So a year plus ago, the stock suddenly started to climb, gaining more momentum, gaining more users, probably involving cryptocurrency in its lineup, and voila. Since the beginning of the year, the stock has been on a tear, and the pullback following Trump's tariffs to 30 was actually, in retrospect, very much beneficial. Take a look at the price section. 30 to 80 and counting. Now, all-time highs was on the second day, so it IPO'd at 40, traded somewhat lower. In the second day, the buyers came in, and then they disappeared for 2.5 years, and now they're making a comeback. We could care less about the 5-year chart. We're more interested on the intraday chart. So if you're looking at the intraday chart of Robinhood, the numbers are very strong. We have 42 million shares on average, 767 million shares outstanding. That's less important to us, but on average 42 million shares are traded. If you go and look at the bid and the ask, it's almost a 1 cent spread. I cannot say 95% of the time or 90% of the time, but there are no spread. There's amazing liquidity. It can be a great mover. It's a financial stock within the Nasdaq, so it doesn't belong to the Nasdaq 100, and trades almost entirely like the S&P, or maybe like a financial sector, but again, it trades on the Nasdaq. Having said that, it's one of the best performers this year, and for day trading purposes, it's a great stock. and I suggest those who can follow it, those who trade on their mobile, maybe they cannot, afford to follow it, but if you're trading on your desktop and you have plenty of charts open in front of you, one of them can be and should be devoted to Robinhood, not every day, but when the numbers are above 2 or 3% or down 2 or 3%, the stock can be a very good intraday mover. I'm just making a point today and yesterday. So for example, if you're looking at the stock yesterday, let's take a look at the price action. Take a look, for example, at this cup and handle breakdown yesterday at 77. Okay, my mistake. Oh, so that's 77 breakdown. Now, if we're looking at the liquidity, you can enter and have a very, very tight stop loss with it. Now, if the technical pattern is helping, even better. If the markets are helping, even better. Yesterday it broke 77 and in the morning session, then traded lower $2.50, then reversed all the way to 77, which is amazing, and then came back down. But again, if we're looking for technical trades, let me actually add the view up. If you're looking for technical trades, it's a great day trading stock and a great intraday mover. Not every day, but if you're looking for a stock that you can trade, obviously reversal plays, not necessarily breakouts, but I mean today it's doing amazing things. And again, round numbers are very important when trading Robinhood. Taking a 1% risk is not most of the time won't be necessary. I think you can find entries in Robinhood using our strategy, which is max 1%, but using 0.5% most of the time. Okay, so you have to work on that, but the risk reward when you're entering a trade here is good, and the technicalities, the price action, the power, the daily that stands behind this stock is very, very impressive. Now, if we look at the YTD chart, let me take a look at hold on a second. And we're looking at the big range trading days. It's not like every day is a big range trading day, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every day, every other day is pretty much a good trading day, either long or short. Obviously, the stock is shortable, so you can go both ways with Robinhood. Please, if you like the idea, add it to your watch list and trade it. And if you don't like it for whatever reason, at least practice with it. Maybe you'll see that it is a good day trading stock. Has all the qualities of a good day trading stock. It's not a momentum stock that can move up and down 5% every day. That's not going to happen. Maybe on earnings or some news, but overall, when you're looking for a stock and you're not necessarily looking or having a great candidate, browsing Robinhood or even looking at it during the trading day might pay off. So that's regarding Robinhood. Another stock from the Nasdaq that we want to talk about as a day trading candidate is PLNT. That's Palantir. Let's take a look at that one, PLNT. Now we're talking about a stock, PLNT, that's way more aggressive than Robinhood in terms of volumes. Where is it? Hold on. I'm looking at PL for some reason. Hold on a second. PLNT. PLTR. Okay, thank you. So another stock that's been a great winner on the daily chart can be also a great winner on the intraday chart, not necessarily over the last couple of days when the stock is consolidating and moving sideways, but on pullbacks, again, it can be a great long as much as a great short. Those consolidation days are not necessarily the type of environment where we're looking for trades. Okay, but a breach over or actually a breakdown and then a reversal, the way it did 2 weeks ago, that's clearly something that you want to look at. So hold on a second, let me draw it normally. Plenty of institutions are holding positions in Palantir as well. It's a, let's call it a best performer, one of the best performers of the Nasdaq this year, and clearly a favorite of institutional investors. I don't have the numbers of share statistics in front of me for Palantir. You can Google it or go to Yahoo Finance, type in the symbol and go to statistics, and you'll find all the data. Now, if we're looking at the intraday chart, which is what we are looking for, again, the liquidity is not as perfect as Robinhood, but the price action can be actually way more volatile. And again, I'm not talking about the last 3 or 4 days where it's consolidating on the daily chart. So it needs some momentum on a pullback or on a breakout. It's at all-time high, so a pullback will be clearly a benefit here. Worth watching for those who are looking for aggressive trades. Fits the strategy of 1 to 5 perfectly, and fits the strategy of using positions of 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. I mean, dollars per position. Share price is meaningless. It can be $14 or $140. The price action in terms of percentage movement is the same. So it can easily be traded with $1 of 1% of risk. So that's the bottom line here. So I would advise, again, not as a first go-to place, but a stock that can deliver 2 to 3% moves intraday from the lows to the highs, and the opposite from the highs to the lows, with that 1% nominal risk that we are looking at most of our trades. Again, not necessarily in the morning, not necessarily every day, just applying the strategy when the timing is right, when the stock is at the right place, and of course when again, it's not like a favorite every day to go and trade Palantir. When the timing is right, and again, nobody wants to force any trades, but those two stocks that we just discussed are very, very strong on the daily chart. Both have great liquidity. Both fit the strategy of using maximum 1% risk, and both of them are loaded with institutional investors which are looking beyond our imagination in terms of price targets for those stocks. Okay, guys, I hope it was illuminating enough. If not, and you have any remarks, please leave them in the comments. I will gladly reply, or email us. Thanks a lot for being here with this video. Share it if you can with your friends, and we'll see you in our next one in a bit.